And we're live. Hey there, friends. Hey, buddies. How's everybody doing? Uh, so, we are live, waiting for you guys to get online. How's everybody been? I can actually say I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Hey, guys. Hey, audio sound streams. Where have you been, my friend? Oh my god. How long has it been? Alex, where have you been? Brandy, oh my god, hi. How are you, Alex? Long time. I'm just having some coffee. How have you been, Alex? Last time you were sick, you were in hospital. How's everything? Brandy, I missed you today. How have you been? How's your Sunday? Audio Sound Stream hasn't been with us for a minute. You're with your cousin. Oh, you're living the life. Audio Sound Stream. I'm doing well. I'm doing well, Alex. Thanks for asking. Not great. You should always be great. If vato is dude, what's girl in Spanish? What's girl? Sure. I want to learn Spanish. Brandy's. Who's your favorite singer? A lot actually. I'm a '90s baby, so I kind of like R&B from the '90s. Whitney Houston's, Mariah Carey's, everybody. Muja. How do you say that? Muya. How do you say that? I got banned from Roblox for a day. What did you do, Alex? Why are you banned? I don't know. I am just a little bit. Muya. Ariana Grande. Muya. Oh, Nya. Muya. Rainbow. Hey, Rainbow Dash. What's up, my friend? High five. Q. I say a bad word to a toxic guy. So, what's on the agenda today, guys? What is left for you to do today? What's on the agenda for today? Thank you so much, Rainbow Dash. What do you upload videos about on your channel, Rainbow Dash? What's your channel all about? Guys, I'm developing a dependency on this coffee. It's so good. Ah, this is great. This is becoming a Spanish channel now. People are just curious. I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions actually. You remember my name, Alex? You've been gone from me for so long. I thought you forgot me and my name and everything. I thought you forgot about me. I don't know. We are you feeling better now, Alex? Cluffy, yeah, Cluffy's in the building. What's up, Cluffy? What's good? What's really good? Amazing. Oh, please share with us. Cluffy is having an amazing time out here. Hi, Cluffy. Everybody loves Cluffy. We uh, my day so far is fantastic. I'm out here talking with my friend Brandy, Alex, audio sound streams. My day is amazing. Alex, can you speak Spanish? Ah, you cut your bangs. Cluffy, are you a girl? Why do I think that Cluffy is a dude? Really? Fine, you've checked my channel, right? Not in a while. What have you been uploading, Alex? But I have seen it before, yes. I've been to your channel multiple times, actually. What's up with your face, Alex? I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm not that kind of guy. I judge you by how you treat me, not how you look, how you treat others. Plus, right now, I'm looking at pretty pictures of my crushes on on Instagram. Who's my crush? No, I wouldn't share. No, no, no. Just a crush, Alex. Please don't ask me any questions. Brandy, you're just having a conversation in Spanish with audio sound streams. What were you guys talking about? Are you guys talking about us behind our backs? So it's just in front of us. Alex and I don't know any Spanish, like zero, zilch, nada. You guys know how to cook. I want to take cooking lessons, you know? Alex, who's the best cook in your family? Your mom. Your mom. Do you guys know how to cook? You know how to cook brandy? I wonder if Alex knows how to cook. What are you good at cooking, Brandy? Your dad works in another city, Alex. I think you've mentioned that before. Yeah, Brandy loves her dad. It is what it is, Alex. Oh, all the people I follow on Facebook haven't been posting anything much. Wanted to just get to see what's been going on. So apparently, there's nothing going on in the world today. Ah, your family's around, Alex. That's sweet. Oh well. Clyde, when ask the questions. Um, how about now, Alex? How about now? I was just looking at what's been happening in the world. Mm. Um, if you had a warning label, what would yours say? If you had a warning label, approach with caution. I think. Am I? I'm just somebody who's particular to words. VHS. Yo, VHS. You have a lot of channels. I don't think you change your name that much. I think you have maybe one or two channels. What do you do to keep fit? Here's another question. What do you do to keep fit? What do you do to keep fit? What, you want me to type the questions, Brandy? You don't like it when I just ask them? What do you do to keep fit? How do you train? Ooh, Brandy just got it like that. Who knows you the best? Who knows you the best? I don't know. I think like a group of my friends know me. Each person knowing something different, but collectively they know me really well. What is the one thing that you will never do again? What is the one thing I know? What is the one thing that you will never do again? What is the one thing that you will never, ever, ever, ever do again? Ever. What is the one thing that you'll never, ever, 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 ever do again? You don't know. How many languages do you speak? How many languages do you speak? Are you serious, Brandy? Ah, I'm so sorry to hear that. Please never do that again. We need you. For now, I'm working on Japanese. Arigato. I only know arigato. Mm, do you believe in horoscopes? Do you believe in horoscopes? I really don't care for horoscopes myself. You all should know what baka means. What does it mean? It means idiot. That's funny. How do you say it? Did you say baka? Baka. Do you guys ever babysit? Have you ever? That's right. Have you ever babysat for anybody? Do you guys like babysitting? I used to hate babysitting with my little brother. My friends would be playing and I'd be babysitting. Back. And a low sound of A. Back. 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 I'd babysitting him. But Brandy is so cool. It wouldn't be babysitting. It would just be chilling with Brandy. How old is the little kid that you're babysitting? Is my friend around? I tried to call my friend actually earlier. Let me try her again. When was the last time you babysat Brandy? He's 4, didn't go to school, hardly knows how to say no. He's a monster. Is he cute? I bet he's cute. When he follows me around, Oh, my WhatsApp is taking a minute to load. Um, thing is that I'm still sure. Still a wonder. Ah, you're so right. You're very right, actually. Let's see. What is the best party you've ever been to? The best party you've ever been to? What, what is it? Another toxic. Don't engage with such people. It's really not necessary. Just smile and keep going. I'll do this like 8 times a week. My two last birthdays, my family haven't celebrated them for that long. What do you usually do for your birthday, Brandy? Just buy cake, invite family and friends, or go to a restaurant, go to the park, go to the zoo. What do you usually do? Oh, what do you usually do for your birthday? Providence. Hello, my friend. How are you? Oh my word, I love the word Providence. Is that your name, or you just named that to your YouTube channel? I love Providence. Are you Christian? I'm so sorry to ask you so many questions at once. How are you? Providence is such a great name for a YouTube channel. You're a Hindu. Ah, do do Hindus believe in Providence? I'm so sorry if I sound ignorant. I really don't know much about Hinduism. Yes, Lord. Hello, hello. I love the word Providence. You just name. Okay. Are you from India? Are you in India? Ah, it's my pleasure to meet you, Providence. Guys, say hi to Providence. What do you upload on your YouTube channel, Providence? I love the word Providence. Wow. Rise of Nations. What's Rise of Nations? Let me check that out. Oh, it's a video game. Oh, okay. It looks interesting. Okay. Well, a game where you conquer different nations to form new nations. Oh, awesome. And how many subscribers do you have? How long have you been uploading videos? How many subscribers do you have? What's up, Alex? What's up? 23 subs. How old is your YouTube channel? How long have you been uploading? 6 months. How do you make a normal budget to like admin? Django, what's up? Django is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Django Fed. We love Django. We love Django. Django, don't you just love the word providence? I think it's a cool word. Now you have 24. Providence, how many? Oh, what grade are you, Providence? Are you in high school? Are you in varsity? What grade are you in? Seventh grade. Oh, cool. Cool, Providence. My tea is all done. My coffee. I was drinking coffee. My coffee is all done. Django, what's up, Django? Do you have any enemies, Django Fett? Do you have an arch nemesis? I think my friend Brandy might have an enemy or many enemies. She's a heartbreaker, but she's going to lose her job and be a really nice girl. Do you have an enemy, Alex? Are you kidding me? All right, Django. All right, Django. I knew Brandy got enemies. I knew it. What about you, Alex? Do you have enemies? Brandy is such a sweet girl. She shouldn't do all these things. All right, Providence. Providence is right back. Providence, what do you prefer, Instagram or Facebook? Are you on are you on TikTok? Are you on Twitter? You're a Facebook kind of person. I've fallen in love with Instagram of late. I love Instagram. I don't know how it feels like being called names and then just posting they don't think. I think I know what you mean, Brandy. I would love to to add you, but I uninstalled my messenger. Sometimes social media can be a bit toxic. So sometimes I log out completely. I completely uninstalled it from my phone actually. What I do is I just go on Instagram, I just go on TikTok and YouTube. I'm leaving Facebook. There's just way too much to do right now. Brandy, do you know how to dance? I did promise to bring back Monopoly. I did promise that I will. You don't care about dancing. What about singing, Brandy? Can you sing? Do you have a nice voice? So it makes me feel good. Ah, I bet people who love singing are good at singing. Are usually good at singing. You like staring at maps. Are you good at geography? What time is it where you are, Providence? is it where you are? I think it's very late for Alex. Average you can stay at 6:16. Stupid cat is in the building. Oh my goodness. How long has it been? Hey, what's up, my friend? EST. Ah, stupid cat. Very, very young. Alex's time is maybe 2 in the morning or something if I get it right. If I got it right. Ah, what have you been up to, stupid cat? Please give me 5 minutes. Let's catch up. Yeah, final. You're finished with your exams. How did you do? Oh my god, I've been circling the drain without you, looking for advice. Spidey Freak, what's up, my friend? What's up? What's up, guys? Say hi to Spidey Freak. What's up? What a cool YouTube name. Everything good except maths. What's up? What's up, Spidey Freak? Ah, man, do I have 5 minutes with you today, stupid cat? Or you're just passing by to say hi? I've been needing your advice for a while, stupid cat, you know. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Um, where do I start? First of uh, all right, Alex. All right, Alex. See you, my friend. See you. Ah, stupid cat. Um, first of all, I've been thinking a lot about this thing about how when I heard I was watching some. Bye, Alex. We love you. We love you. I was thinking about how some. I was watching some interview. I think it's on Jimmy Kimmel or something, and uh, some celebrity was turning 60, and one person who was on a Zoom call was like, uh, "When you're 90, you'll remember how young you were at 60. How do you stay in a space of being grateful all day, every day? You don't know how lucky you are with what you have until it's gone, right? But how do you go against this psyche of always focusing on your problems and not being grateful for what you have? I think the Christian faith has it. I don't know about other religions. I'm not well versed in it, but I could quote you two or three parables from the Bible where Christ was teaching about something of that sort, right? You only know you should be grateful for your two legs up until something happens to one of your legs and maybe they might have to amputate. That's when things get put into proper focus that you've lived a really lucky, charmed life. How do you stay in a space of gratefulness for every problem that you have, for everything? How do you sustain that? Oh my god, I've missed you, stupid cat. How could you leave me like this? How could you? I would call you on the phone and just shout at you right now. You spoiled me and you ran away with your good advice. How could you? Yes. How do you stay in this space of just being grateful? Anybody else can answer as well. I like, we could collaborate here. Please share your thoughts. How do you stay in this space of, you know, being grateful for your problems, being grateful for every single little thing, being thankful, being, how do you sustain it? I think of it as everything happening for a reason. Everything happening for a reason. Could you please expand on that a little bit? Ah, Brandy, please share with us, please, please. You're gonna love Stupid Cat. I'm telling you, Brandy. If you are 6, 7 years older, I would want you to get a crush on Stupid Cat. I think it has everything. I've heard of this person 3 times, but don't you know? I've heard of this person, but he never let it bring him down. Brandy, I don't understand what Providence is saying. Am I trying to read too much into it? You know, please don't joke, Brandy. I I love you way too much to not get hurt by. I get hurt by what you're saying. You should be, man. You should be grateful. You should be, man. You should be grateful. I express my thankfulness to the ones close to me. You see, when I ride my motorcycle flying through the woods, I feel I'm an immortal. Guess you always comprehend how well you had it afterwards, though. Yeah, it, it's that silly feedback mechanism that we have. We have a silly mechanism, feedback mechanism as human beings. I think we could really do better, or or rather, we don't. I'm saying we have a feedback mechanism that we don't have a great relationship with. That now, right now, this moment is really, really special. We are privileged to be in your position, however, wherever it is. All right, Providence, please come back. Like, it's hard to feel like lucky and grateful when you are in trouble, when you have all these things to do, you know. But how do you stay locked in? Is my question. And you can know it theoretically, right? But how do you live it? How do you feel it out every day? How do you do that? My question. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, Kat. I always ask myself what I have, not what I have, not what I don't. Hmm. I think there's something there. There's something there. Please bring it home for me. There's really something there. There's something to what you're saying. Ah, Ponus is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Hindsight is 2020. In the moment, you feel like that moment will last forever, even if it lasts only a few seconds. But life moves on, with or without you. Better to not get stuck in the past. Ah, ladies and gentlemen, Ponus is in the building. How are you? um, do I get completely what you're saying? The feedback loop here is hindsight is always 2020. I get that, right? That's the feedback loop. My question is, how do you stay logged in? I think I've seen the medical series House or any medical series or any movie. When you have a condition and you're in hospital, there's always that time where they say, we want to amputate the leg, it will save your life. And somebody starts thinking twice about it. Oh my God, can I really live with one leg? Oh my goodness. Do what you can to save my leg. Now it becomes about how great it is to have your leg. Now you really focusing on what great how great it is to have both of your legs, right? And you do anything to keep both legs. How do I stay locked in that when I have bills to pay, when my girlfriend is giving me stress, all these things? How do I stay locked in? I kind of love these old movies, your Sparta, your 300s, your Troys, your when things were simple, when you could just say, honor the gods, you know, fight for your country, love your woman, all these things, provide for your kids. And it's like an ethos to live by. And you basically do that every day. And you get zoned in on it every day, every day, every day, every day. It's a brainwashing of thought of sorts, right? I I wanna get in that. Yeah. Oh, Brandy, Brandy's gonna break my heart. I'm gonna break in my heart. Hope I'm making sense. Do you get what I'm saying, Brandy? It's like when you pursue a girl or something like that, you do anything, almost anything to get her. It's a great feeling, these funny feelings. But once you get her, it's exciting for a little bit, and then now it's like, she starts giving you stress. What happened to that feeling? Why can't I sustain certain feelings for a very long time? Those feelings are great feelings. How do I best sustain them? I hope I'm making sense. Maybe I'm just rambling. Am I making sense, Cat? Bonus. I understand. I feel like it's much like when you're homeless, for instance. I was raised in a middle class family. Then I moved into a poor family. Felt that moment nothing else was. Yeah. Thank you very much, Bonus. Yeah. You, Yeah, it's only when it's not there. That's what you were talking about, hindsight. How do you lock into that feedback mechanism? Let it work for you and not against you. Ask yourself, if you consider yourself happy and lucky, what you really have, then express your gratitude and happiness. How can you value the moment if you don't know what makes it great? There he goes again. Cat is back. Okay, give me a second to try to unpack that, please. Then I went homeless, and I felt no moment nothing could be worse. I'd rather be poor than homeless. It's a humbling experience, and you want nothing more than to go back. Bonus, am I saying your name right? I'm completely in awe of you, Tim 44. Tim 44. What's up, Tim? Guys, say hi to Tim. What's up, Tim 44? Trump once called Tim Cook Tim Apple. Tim 44 is nice. Do you mind sharing your story, Ponus? I hope I'm not putting you on the spot. Yeah, Brandy's story too. Yeah. How are you, Shalene? Ah, I love Shalene. Shalene. Um, Shalene, how how do you how do I explain this stupid cat? How, how do you keep a mind of being grateful, of being always thankful? Seeing where everybody talk about their problems. No, they're actually Tim. They're actually advising me, and they share some of their stories so that it paints a better picture of what's going on. Okay, Shadeen, how do you sustain this air of being grateful, being thankful, when it feels like there's nothing to be grateful for? I gave an example of the guy on the hospital bed who needs to amputate his leg to save his life. Doctors need to amputate the leg. Basically, okay, stupid cat. So they amputate your leg so that they save your life. But right then and there, you get to understand how lucky you've been all this time just to have two legs. How do you be grateful of the problems that you have, of everyday life, in the midst of everyday life, right? I feel like you must remember who has it worse. You might not be in love, but at least you are not abused. You may not be rich, but at least you are not homeless. Be grateful for what you have, not what you want. I think there's something there as well. I think there's something there. right? Ratio something. Germany, and I need to celebrate my second birthday. Bye. Happy birthday, Tim 44. Are you in Gelsenkirchen? Are you in Stuttgart? Are you in Munich? I like Schalke 04, so I'd like Gelsenkirchen. Are you in Dortmund? Alles gut. Stupid cat is in the building. Dresden. Ah, yeah, in Dresden. uh, I love Germany. I actually tried to learn German. Please come back to the live stream soon enough and tell me all about Gelsenkirchen. There are people whose worst experiences is being grounded. There are people whose worst experiences is facing death. We all have a different threshold. The trick is to understand. You never ever have the worst. Someone always has it worse than you. I think you have a point there, Ponas. You have a really, you're making a profound point in that uh, whenever I'm struggling with something and I find out that there's somebody who struggled with it, it puts things into perspective. When I'm all alone dealing with it, it can seem like as if I'm crazy or I'm going crazy or I screwed up big time or something like that. But whenever I feel like there's somebody who's, when you share your story, who's been through similar set of circumstances, it put things into perspective. Brandy. Brandy's breaking my heart. Yeah, it's really tough. It's really tough. Kat, why are you saying that? Kat said I watched something and I really think about it. Doesn't everybody do that? Kat. Mm, I always wonder what would make somebody. I like looking under the hood, under the bonnet. Somebody told me to fall in love. Somebody told me to fall in love with the process and not with the destination. I've been trying to get to grips with the processes of things, how things work, why things are the way they are, right? And just make it make sense for myself in my own head. It's hard to appreciate the level of pain you have experienced until you experience something greater. This pertains to any emotion experience, anything in life. Oh my God, Ponas. I heard Charlie Munger saying the same thing. Oh my God, I think that's so deep that we are wired in such a way to contrast, right? There's this story that is full of gems, that is full of lessons. It says if you put a frog in a bowl of cold water and you slowly heat the the bowl up, the frog won't realize it. He'll be dead in the water very soon. Right? because but if you put a frog in a bowl of hot water, it will simply just jump out immediately. Right? Us as human beings, whether it's taxes, it's any change, people always lament on the good old days or something like that. Right? Things get harder and tougher slowly but surely, and you won't realize it up until it's very, very late that there's a really terrible situation for myself. Really, really terrible. So we only work on contrast. If you put your finger in hot and cold water, that's when you'll realize, oh, okay, this is different in that way. So my thing is that how do I zone in and realize when somebody is slowly hitting up my bowl? I just don't want to wake up when it's really, really late, when it's really, really gone. I want to appreciate everything. I think I heard somebody talking about Michael Jackson. Apparently, that guy could feel anything and everything in a very, very deep, succinct way, right? The changing colors when he was looking at paintings, like, oh, when he just pages through. That's two different problems, if you ask me. Please expand on that a bit, stupid cat. I'll always smile, also. Always smile. There was one really difficult life, and it tests someone. You'll experience true love because it'll never happen. Ah, Brandy is breaking my heart. Bonus, 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 bonus. Doesn't your dad give you unconditional love? You love your dad, Brandy. You did say you are daddy's girl. Don't go breaking my heart. Thank you. Thank you, Bonus. Bonus, where in the world are you anyway? What time is it where you are? Stupid kid, don't you like Bonus? I like people who can think and really, in a very clear and concise way, express what they're saying, what they're thinking. It's quite a skill. Quite a skill. 5:44 p.m. in Texas. Ah, the great state of Texas. Do we still hang people in Texas? I think Rick Perry was making a big thing of the fact that when he was governor, he sent people to the death chamber. Do we guess people in Texas or do we hang them, or is it by lethal injection? We really should take the death penalty off the table, guys. Sorry to get all political. Only 12. I'm going through this alone, and my siblings hate me. I wish parents sometimes pay attention to me because they don't listen to what they say. Oh, Brandy. Brandy is breaking my heart. If there's anything last hanging was, I believe, in the 90s, still legal. It's frowned upon. Lethal injection is a crowd favorite post 40s, but you can still be killed by a firing squad hanging it. You're kidding. Firing squad is still illegal. Are you kidding me? Problem one. You want to find out if someone sneaks into your life, slowly changing or boiling it. Ah, thank you. Yes, yes. I think I have to develop that mechanism. I think something like that is there. It's forming. It's still forming, but I don't have it in in a way that I would I would love to. Problem two. How do you appreciate the present, not only the past? Thank you very much. Oh my goodness. Cat is back. Cat is back. Cat, can we like make copies of you, put it in little boxes, and just send it to everybody who needs a stupid cat in their life? Yes. You put it. I don't appreciate present of the past because pretty much feel worse. Charlene. Charlene is back. Okay. Bonus is the best. Yeah, that's for the first one. You know how um uh, about how old are you, Ponus? I'm sorry to ask. Are you in varsity? Are you in high school, post varsity? What grade are you? I was watching this other episode of Billions. I love Billions, right? I watched the Billions. I don't know how many times. I can watch it over and over and over and just enjoy it. Little bits. So they were manipulating this other person, Taylor, right? And mid conversation, Taylor says, "Oh crap! I've trained myself to realize when I'm being manipulated." Right? I just caught. Have you ever caught yourself midway through something when somebody's trying to manipulate you or something is happening and you're there trying to understand and somewhere in the middle you're like, oh my goodness. Kurto MC, what's up? Guys, say hi to Kurto MC. 20 years old, I dropped out when I was 18. Mom got hooked on crack and jail, so I had to take care of my little brother because I was homeless. And her ex was very abusive, so I didn't want him abusing my brother. Oh my God. Oh my God. Are you a girl or are you a dude? What's up, Kurto MC? What is your channel all about, Kurto MC? Dude, I've been through the mud since day one. So, a lot of knowledge as to how a situation can go from great to terrible. Oh, you're a dude. I've been manipulated many times. Police fail to see it. Portuguese, don't understand English very well, but if you ask me, I'm fine. Um, what about you? Oh, I'm doing great. Kurto MC. I've been through things most people can dream of, but those experiences don't rule my life. They did for a few years, but I realized it can always get worse. Since the father was young, I was never lucky. I have no one family. I hope things end out well for you. May God protect you. You're cool. Thank you, Kurto MC. Thank you. I haven't heard this one. What is to do right now? Everything from the past. Memories that matter to me. All right, stupid cat. I'll tell you what, opponents. Of your own emotion outline factors parts to blame, but it's your choice to feel that way. I'll tell you what, opponents. I think when I was in year two of my varsity, uh, I lost the one last person who was so dear to me, my grandma. I remember I used to like Fanta grape, the grape Fanta. And I remember one distinct night I was drinking Fanta and I lost taste in my mouth. I was going through such a deep, deep, deep depression. And I lost my will to keep going. And what is it all worth? You know, I was about your age. And here's the thing, right? I've been thinking a lot about this. I think smart people are smart. What did Warren Buffett say? Or he was coaching somebody that I'm smart in spaces and I tend to stay around those spaces. But then if you are smart and something comes into your life that you are not really conversant about, you don't really know how to wrestle with, basically you'll be an idiot in that field for a while you're still learning. You don't know anything about that field. Have you ever talked to an idiot? It's really, really tough. It's really tough to talk to an idiot. Ask all the wrong questions. Like, why would you ask something like that? So I consider myself an idiot when it comes to certain things, such that I understand how to treat myself. Honestly, I was just saying, all right, yeah. But it's one thing when that situation is thrusted upon you, right? Right, Clyde, I have to go. I need time to think. All right, Brandy, please come back. I love you so very much, my friend. I love you. Um, so when you are smart, but you're an idiot, you're a complete idiot in another realm, you tend to approach problems in that realm, assuming that you are smart. You need to realize how terrible a call that is, right? And you start asking yourself the worst, most wrong questions ever, right? You'll be asking those idiotic questions that I was talking about when, like, when you are having a conversation with an idiot, right? So nowadays, I've tried to elevate my stupidity instead of asking, why is this happening to me? How could this happen? And going down that rabbit hole, I would rather ask myself, is this useful? Frank Underwood famously asked those kinds of questions in House of Cards. He says there are two kinds of pain: useless pain, like when you get hit by a car or bitten by a snake, just useless pain. Well, when you go waste money at a casino, useless pain. But there's useful pain that you can do something with. So I find like asking the right kind of questions can give you something to salvage out of a very, very terrible situation. So if you're going through whatever it is that you're going through, if you ask yourself the wrong questions, the questions an idiot would ask, oh my God, it'll go left field for you. But if you ask yourself the right kind of questions, you can slowly become competent in an area where you were really not competent. Unfortunately, Charlie Munger says we are not properly educated. And I'm going to talk to my girlfriend. I like to hear you. Goodbye. But please come back later. There's yeah, so there's a difference between stupidity and ignorance. One is being incapable of learning the lesson. The other is having no prior knowledge of the lesson. Yeah, I'm sorry to I like words. I love words. I really do. I'm sorry to use those words in that way actually. I know better, but I tend to be harder on myself, right? Like, would you, idiot, star life. Hi, what's up? What's up, my friend? So that's kind of what I'm reaching for. That when I was around your age, it was hard, and I just couldn't understand what was happening. One question led to another question, led to another question, and it was hard to make sense of anything that was going on. It's only since maybe a couple of months back that things are starting to click into gear. Like, do you know how at school you have geography lessons, math lessons, English lessons, history lessons? They all seem so unrelated at first, but right now I'm in a space in my life where everything starts to seem. I've found use for that and that and that. Everything is starting to connect really. That's why I'm trying to put it all together into a neat little package where I can find the usefulness of things rather than ask ignorant questions. I ask myself the right questions to get out of certain situations faster or get out of certain situations better, right? It's just like Jeff Bezos was saying about experimentation. It's funny, science preaches a lot of experimentation, and that's what Jeff says, right? How do you keep at the top of your game, right? Eh, You're 20, you might remember Kodak, all these huge companies that went bust. How do you keep what you have going and not be in a position where tomorrow you lose it all, right? Or tomorrow you risk it all on a huge gamble and so forth and so on, right? There's a way to fail without it costing your life. And I've been looking for those kinds of things. How do you go about this life such that one day it is not all swept away all at once? You don't lose it all, right? I I think myself to be a very very strong-willed person after what I've been through. I have my convictions. I'm open, but in a lot of ways, I'm very very stubborn, very very close. And when I believe in something and I go after it, I can really really go after it, right? But I know enough about myself to not try drugs. So when you're talking about something like crack, it's tragic. It's something too tough to wrestle with. I think I could wrestle with it, but it would cost me too much. It would cost me too much, right? So I know a lot about myself. I know enough about myself to know that uh, certain avenues I can't go down. It will be, no matter what it will be, you all die. Some sooner than others. You appreciate what you have now because you may not have that tomorrow. Life moves on, whether you're ready or not. Yeah. And that's the brutal, brutal part of it, right? That's the brutal part of it. Like in 100, 200, 300 years, this won't matter. That's why I'm trying to ask you guys these things that I put things into perspective. I have a cousin, I keep telling you about. I have a cousin, she's about to get married in a couple of months actually. What's this thing? What's happening here? I have a cousin, she processes things better than I. When something happens in her life, it's all just water off a duck's back. She really doesn't think things through or anything. She's like, ah, yeah. In 2 billion years, when our galaxy collides with every chase, so, so what's the point anyway? Yeah, yeah. So, but when I'm trying to bring that point home, that point that you're making, how do you enjoy today since it's all worthless anyway? How do you make use of today so that you get the best out of your today? The point is you're alive now. You make an impact now. Not only make an impact, but enjoy it, you know, suffer it, all of these things. And I live, I've lived all my life without knowing my dad, right? I come from a single parent household. And that in it of itself was so tough to wrestle with when you're in school and you hear other kids talking, yesterday my dad, yada yada, and you're like, what's wrong with me? Those feelings that then my mom wasn't really around enough. She was still discovering herself as well, you know. I often, Father's Day is coming around the corner. We were celebrating Mother's Day the other day. I was just telling some of my friends that on Facebook, on Instagram, people say, my father this, my mom this, you know, I wouldn't be the person I am today without this person. He really did. Like, we really have to acknowledge what we did for our own selves. Those scary nights when you went through terrible things, really, really scared, really, really uncertain, and somehow you made it through. We need to celebrate ourselves for having raised ourselves, you know. So that's where I'm trying to take it. I'm trying to go into that space, that time in my life where I put things into perspective that, okay, you grew up without this, you grew up without that. So much of your life so far is focused on that. Sorry, my sister called a minute or two ago. All right, that's not a problem. Are you going or are you coming back? Is that what you're saying? My laptop is crazy right now. What's going on? What is this? Anyway, enough of that. I'm still here. I was in a call for a bit. Is what I mean. Oh, okay. So, but my point is exactly that, Ponus. It's like, okay, I've I've lived that life where my mom wasn't really around, single parent household. I've never met my father, but I'm getting to a stage where I'm about to think about, do I have children? Do I get married? Do I do one, two, three, four? And these are difficult things. So from what I get, having trouble appreciating what you have at the moment when you can appreciate what yes, basically, somebody I met uh, a lovely lady yesterday. She told me how tough it has been for her. She's in her late 40s because she's had to build the bridge as she crosses it. I loved the way she put it. It's like, wow, that's exactly what I'm going through it as well. And because you don't have a father figure in your life, you know, you will find a nice girl. I found a nice girl for myself, but I don't seem to have the capacity to sustain it. I get frustrated with her. I say it's over all of a sudden. And after a few days, a few weeks, I miss her. I call her up, please let's get back together, yada, yada. And she's been gracious enough to indulge me. But I'm trying to go about this life thing in a way that I don't screw it up for myself in a huge, significant way. I know mistakes are bound to happen along the way, but how do I go about it in a way that I don't wittingly or unwittingly invite a huge wrecking ball into whatever that I'm doing and blow everything away, right? So I ask these silly questions of you guys like, what do you think? What is this? How are you looking at this? Are you going through this at the same time? Have you been through something like that? What do you think? Am I overthinking it? What's going on? right? So that's me in a nutshell. Stupid cat says I overthink everything. I love stupid cat, right? So I'm trying to just put measures in place such that I don't completely wreck everything. I'm trying to give myself the best avenue at a great life without having somebody who's been in front of me to tell me what's ahead of me. It's not you don't. It is not you do not have, but rather you do not need. Remember that you've gotten to the point you've gotten with experiences you already had. You may be building the bridge along the way, but you are the only one that can take away brick number one, the only one that can topple your own bridge. Yeah, I hear you, right? I completely hear you. And to a large extent, I agree. But there are these things that I know academically, theoretically, I know in my head that have been tough to translate into reality, right? Uh, live every moment to the fullest, whatever these cliches say, you're in charge of your life, everything you have, your future is in your own hands. All these things are there. But then how do you coalesce everything and put it together to have it be functional every day, every step of the way, every day, every day, every day, every day, every day? That's what I'm saying. When you're walking about, you don't have a car, you're homeless, you're whatever. You're walking about thinking about everything that you don't, you're in debt. Every single one of these things. It's a terrible experience. But then when you get to the point where they have to amputate your leg, you end up thinking, wow, my life was great a second ago. That's when it puts things into perspective every single time. Then my point exactly there is that I'm trying to walk around homeless without a car, without all these things, appreciating my life for what it has and not just focusing on what it doesn't have, right? So when I'm conscious of it, when I'm cognizant of it, I'm like, okay, I it's like having to pray for all these things, being thankful for the food you're about to eat. You can just say it, but to actually live it, to actually feel it, it's something else. I often talk about these Tibetan monks who can go on these meditation runs for months on top of mountains and caves somewhere, a singular pursuit. And there's this guy who goes to church every Sunday, right? And he's devout as well. But those things are different things. The kind of discipline, the kind of mental state, the kind of relationship that monk has with his maker versus me who goes to church every now and then and I read a pamphlet on how to speak in tongues and I think I'm having a religious experience and people around me are patting me in the back saying, wow, what a good Christian man. But there's this other thing that this guy is really devout. He can go and isolate himself for a long time. It's a different experience. Well, you don't. Every day is a continuous lesson. You're thinking about having a set perspective in life, but the only constant is change. You can't be grateful for something you have no knowledge on. Aha. And hence what Hence, what stupid cat was talking about. This is why I brought up ignorance. You may be ignorant to what I have been through in my life, but I'm ignorant to what you've been through in yours. I can't say my life is great because, but he can't say his life is great because he's not. Uh-huh. And hence what I was talking about. How do you train your mind to that perspective of knowing that hindsight is 2020, this moment right now, all this thing. I think it's a mindset change. Uh-huh. I love this conversation, by the way, and you're definitely gonna come on the podcast. I hope we can make time. I love how you articulate these points. I really really do. Hopefully, I can get you to really talk with me on the podcast. I hope you'll agree to come on the podcast. But yeah, um, I'll say this though, right? It's I, I I'm a huge Buffett fan. I'm a huge Charlie Munger fan, right? I've done a little bit of business in my life. I'll still continue to do it, and they talk about opportunity cost. You have $100 right now. How do you invest that $100? Accept things will change before acknowledging things will continue to change. You cannot take a picture of the finished puzzle with pieces still missing. Accept things will change, okay? Before acknowledging things will continue to change. Okay, the mindset is there's a moving, okay, and then you can not take a picture. Here's what I'm saying. Here's another aspect. I hear you. I completely hear you. Um, Warren Buffett talks about one of his greatest traits is capital allocation, right? When you allocate resources, when you allocate capital, you have to understand the concept of opportunity cost. You have $100, you have to spend it, invest it to get the most returns out of it, right? But after you spend it, an opportunity might come around the way like, oh my God, had I not just spent this $100, I would have earned more money with that same $100 on some other opportunity. It's like choosing a wife, right? How do you choose somebody at 20, at 30, having not met every single woman on the planet or every woman that you'll ever meet, and then choosing, right? So there's an aspect of being able to be grateful for what you have, what you have chosen. I appreciate that, right? And knowing and acknowledging that you'll miss some things, but because you can't know everything, that's where your point about ignorance comes in. You can't know everything. You have to be able to train yourself to be grateful for the wife you have chosen, for the $100 you have invested, whether a great, better opportunity comes tomorrow or the day after that. You have to be able to recognize that this will always happen, kind of. I hope I'm making sense anyway. Right? And the everyday of it. Warren Buffett says it's very difficult for you to scam him. It's very, very difficult. An analogy that explains what I mean is accept procedure that milk can spill before acknowledging how it may spill. Sorry for any confusion. Yeah, you have a point about that. You have a point, actually. You have a point. I love this conversation. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. How how best do you go about this such that it doesn't completely wreck your mind? Warren Buffett says it's very, very difficult to scam him. If you come up with some business plan, you appreciate the $100 you have. That is step one. But before you can invest that money, you accept first that investment can fail or be successful. There's no promise that making the correct choice will yield the correct outcome. Oh my goodness. You're doing what Floyd Mayweather does to many of his opponents. Apparently, he just takes you deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. I just felt, uh, hello, Joski. I can't say your name. Higashikata. Are you Japanese? That's such a cool name. There's no promise that making the correct choice will yield the correct outcome. That just blew my mind. I thought the correct choice comes with the correct outcome. Oh my goodness, what are you saying to me? You're taking me into deep water. I can't breathe. So you make your choices based on what you are ready to lose more than what you are ready to gain. Oh my goodness. That's true. That's what Buffett says, right? Risk analysis. I'll be back. I gotta go to the store. All right. Bye bye, Joski. Bye bye. Ponas just took us deep, deep into deep waters. There's no promise that making the correct choice will yield the correct outcome. Oh my goodness. I'll have to unpack that in the next couple of days. I'll say it to my friends and seem so deep. That's fantastic. Yeah. So I'm trying to drive at this. Buffett says it's difficult to scam him because in his mind there are these traps, there are these bars, these columns, there are these landmines, right? For you to successfully scam him, you'd have to go through so many things. So he his mind has sieves, scanners upon scanners upon scanners that go through, and that tripwires, all these things, right? Such that when things are proposed to him, he can make a decision within minutes. Can make a decision within minutes. That is that an interesting thing, or is that a, a nothing burger? I can drive as safe as humanly possible. That does not take away the possibility of an accident. If I choose to walk to avoid car accident, that does not mean I can not still get hit by a car. That is the closest scenario I can draw off of the top of my mind. I think you're smart, Ponus. Am I saying your name right, Ponus? Yeah. Yeah, it'll take me a minute to unpack that and rejig it and incorporate it into my little haunted house. Mm. My name is Zachary. Oh, my name is Clyde. You have a nice name. I like Zachary. Zach. I like Zachary. My name is Clyde. That's so cool. Are you dating anybody, Zachary? You you must be difficult to date, to handle. Or are you one of those strong silent types? You never open yourself up, maybe in relationships. Zacatec. Yeah, I like it. I really do. And it comes from Zachariah of the Bible, and not currently. I've not been in a relationship for 2 years. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for the conversation. I like. I hope you'll agree. Uh, so then decided to work on myself, taking much time. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I can relate. I really can relate. Thank you so much for being so generous with your life story and sharing. Of course, thank you so much. I I appreciate that. So I I've been through it. I see that you yourself have been through it as well. Of course, I continue making my own. But it's very interesting and titillating as well. And I'm even very glad. I'm happy to share my experience. Yeah, nothing will make a man more philosophical than going through stuff. You'll try to put things into perspective. It's really rough. It's really really rough. Right. And I started doing this. I love to travel, right? I, I I've been putting it off my whole life, and I like learning new things, learning new languages, meeting new people, and this platform has given me that opportunity just to have conversations with some interesting people, all walks of life, and I continue to pour myself into it, and I get back interesting bits, interesting points of views, that challenge the way I've been looking at things. So you'll find your Ponas, your Stupid Cat, your Brandy, Alex, people from all over the world, different time zones, just sharing, like, okay, that's what you're going through there, you know. So I kind of love it. Eh, It's COVID era, I can't travel, but in a way, I get to associate and travel through the internet, right? And I get to experience and share and put things in proper perspective, right? So all these things about how brave you've been, I hear you. I hate to hear the pain people have gone through. I feel for it so deeply. Life can be so beautiful, but we've built our society on pain, which leads to poor experiences left and right. Yeah, totally, totally. Right. And if there's anything that this COVID era has exposed, is how ill-equipped we are, or politicians are, to changing landscapes. Right. We we've seen it all around the world. Hi, Curta MC, you're back. Like all these so-called experts, you know, Steve Jobs talked about dogma. You don't just follow people. Don't find yourself following what people are doing. You can create cool things for yourself and so forth and so on. He has a really special speech he was talking about. So I I really, really, really appreciate free thinkers. This is why I want to move to a damn island, get rid of tech, build a society that lives off the land and people around us. No fighting, no suffering. Maybe 100 years ago. Yeah, I I completely get that point of view. It's the prison industrial system is terrible. You hear of, to be unrealistic, but modern medicine allowed pursuit of beautiful painless life. You hear of the time when people didn't understand what albinos are, albinos are, and if somebody were to give birth to an albino, that person will be ostracized right of out of society, right? And who still sees the prison industrial complex as working, right? Somebody yesterday shared with me that she was a foster parent to an 8-year old who had been sexually assaulted. You read about these things in the newspapers and you wonder to yourself, like, who looks at an 8-year old and finds them sexually attractive? Unfortunately, the perpetrator is taken, ostracized, taken to prison, like as if the evidence is there that that doesn't work. Society continues to produce people who do that to children. It's horrible. But are we really putting in the necessary brain power? Are talented people at work right now trying to figure out why do people continue to do that? There are so many beautiful women out there, right? Why would somebody do that to a child? And the child will be messed up for a long, long time, right? I'm not sure that confining those people to jail for 20, 30 years is the answer. Of course, the opportunity for them to continue hurting young kids should be taken away from them. But we should be able to learn and rehabilitate them as well. Had the shot like my sister got home. I must start dinner now. I'll subscribe and I'll be back later if you're online or tomorrow. I love the content. Awesome, awesome, awesome poems. Awesome, awesome. You're fantastic. Awesome, my friend. Let's talk later. Let's talk tomorrow. Whenever. You're great. You're great. You're great, my friend. Mm, have a fantastic day. Much love, my friend. Oh, that was deep. That was a very lovely conversation. That was very cool. That was really cool. Thank you, Paulus. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, let me do this. Let me do this. Um, downloading Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Throne. 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 Like how Khal Drogo would say it. Throne. No, throne, Khal Drogo. Throne. You gotta love Khal Drogo. Mm, but it's gone. That was awesome. I just had a fantastic conversation, guys. Lovely, lovely conversation. I'm so happy. I think I'm figuring things out for myself. I'm so happy. Some of these conversations are so revealing. Just sending that right now. Oh my God, I just loved that conversation. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you so much, guys. I love you guys. You continue to open these doors into my heart, into my mind. I think one of the best decisions I've ever made was to start this channel. You know, I'm having great conversations, really great. I really love it. I love the space that I'm in. Thank you for creating and holding the space for me to be able to be comfortable enough to come out and say what I've been saying, think here with you and indulge, really sink my teeth into everything. I'll forever be grateful for that. And I continue to meet interesting people. That's so cool. Kante was only 11 when his father passed away. He worked as a rubbish picker to help his family get by. He turned himself from a French third division player into a Premier League champion in 3 years. His brother died a few months before he won 2018 World Cup. Now he's won the UEFA Champions League. N'Golo Kante. Yes, you can. I love Tyler Perry. I'm not. I'm not a big fan of Madea and all this kind of thing, but I love the persistence behind it all. About 26 years ago, I was struggling and not sure if I would be able to break into the entertainment business. I had managed to sneak into, because I was broke, into a play called Seven Guitars, and I got a chance to speak with the great August Wilson at an after party. I didn't know how he would receive me. I didn't know how he would receive me because the kind of plays I was doing weren't Broadway. But he was so kind, encouraging, and inspiring that I went home and wrote my very first screenplay. I called it A Jazzman's Blues. I imagined playing a role along with Smith Halle Berry, Sir Ben Kingsley, Cicely Tyson, and Diana Ross, with Debbie Allen doing the choreography. Well, after waiting 26 years and realizing that we've all aged out of the characters, since they range from 17 to 45, I had to find new talent. The cast I found is exceptional. The performances they put down gave me chills in every scene, but more about them soon. And I did manage to get Debbie Allen, who was phenomenal. These dance numbers are incredible. Anyway, last night we shot the final scene of Jazzman, and I must say, I've never been happier filming anything in my life. This dream has finally been realized. Thank you to my audience who's always been there for me. Thank you to my cast and crew. A very special thanks to Netflix for giving me every tool I needed to make this film be all that I ever hoped it could be. I can't wait for you all to see it. Yes, it took 26 years, but it was so worth the wait. Please don't give up on your dreams, no matter how long they take. Tyler Perry. I love his life story. N'Golo Kante won more aerial battles than any other Chelsea player. At 5'5", he was the shortest player on the pitch. N'Golo is a beast. N'Golo is a beast, is a beast, is a beast. Jordan Peterson is betrayal reconcilable. My observation is that if there's a tight relationship and one party is betrayed by the other, falling in love with another person, it's almost always irreconcilable. I've helped people try and struggle through that on both sides of the issue. The person who was betrayed and the person who did the betrayal. I have seen people grow up and not do it again. This was in situation where their partner didn't know. In a couple of those situations, it seemed that it might even be described as a necessary experience for that person who did it. It helped them develop. I'm not justifying that behavior, but life is complicated. However, I think society works better, all things considered, when you make a promise and you stick to it. One of the things I learned from reading you was that there are things in a marriage that you can't have unless you're all in. I believe that. If there's a back door open to begin with, or back doors open, or a back door opens, then I think there's something about the relationship that's lacking at least. And I think you pay a huge price for that. Oh man. Sergio Kun Aguero. This was so great, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So great, so great, so great, so great. Or rather, let me open this here. I love what Tyler Perry was saying. I'm so inspired. I'm so very inspired. I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, when did you last let your heart decide? A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no where to go. Say we all cheap. Okay. Lion King. I didn't know he was the hyena in Lion King, guys. You did close your eye. Did you guys know Whoopi Goldberg was the hyena in Lion King? I just found out right now. No one to tell us no. Let it go. Say a whole new world. Don't you dare close your eyes. Oh no, wait. It gets better. I'm like a shooting star. B-net. So I'll pass. Jesus loves you. G. All right. Guys, do you know that scene in The Lion King where Nasi wenya basiti babo wenyama wenya Nasi wenyama basiti babo wenyama hi baba wenyama siwaqoba circle of life.